The experience of divine wisdom is your sacred right. Divine wisdom is what guides you along a spiritual path. It is this inner knowing that helps you to witness yourself as infinitely more abundant, loving, incredible. It is your inner wisdom that guides you to live your highest potential and to experience all that you are, even as you continue to expand and seek more. In each episode of the Wisdom Podcast, you will hear what insights, offerings, and truth have helped others conquer their fears, be resilient, live empowered and happy. You may hear your own story in some of the stories of my clients as they have healed themselves, become in control of their life, and as they have reclaimed their authentic power. Seeking a deeper understanding and meaning of life awakens us to discover our purpose and to witness the infinite beauty and joy that is so abundant. All of us are on a sacred path. When we awaken to this, we easily access the guidance of our inner wisdom, and we see the beauty of life unfolding in perfect ways to help us manifest all of what we want. I hope that each episode of this podcast can offer something relevant and timely for you, and that the sacred path that you are on is one that you choose deliberately, based on the inspired wisdom of your inner truth, as you live a beautiful and love-filled life. Hello and welcome to the Wisdom Podcast. My name is Dorothy. Before we dive in, I wanted to remind you of the free bonus curated content that you can download specifically for this and each episode. This is actionable, additional practical wisdom in the form of a quiz, a self-directed journaling exercise, meditation, and many other offerings of love for me to you. You'll find the link in the description here in this episode and on my website. In fact, the bonus content of every episode can be found at dorothyratusny.com/the Wisdom Podcast downloads. It's like the after show, where you can take away further guidance and practical strategies to ensure that you have the right help and tools for what you need to be successful at. I hope that you will love it. All right, so let's dive into this week's episode. If you ever wanted to feel more self-confident and deserving of your successes, and to own what I call your greatness, then this episode is going to be the strategy that you need. If you want to feel the confidence of knowing that your decisions are the right and best ones for you, and to have greater confidence in what you do, then the 3 most effective practices that I'm about to share are going to make it easy for you to build greater confidence and to live empowered because of what you think and believe about yourself. In this episode, we dive into what makes a person confident and how you can grow your confidence to extreme levels by choice, because confidence grows with your affirmative words of yourself. Changing the inner landscape of your thoughts to empower rather than diminish your abilities grows confidence exponentially. Your inner dialogue then becomes the sacred and empowering messaging that you live by. In other words, you are more careful about what you tell yourself and believe because you experience directly the effects of your words felt throughout your being. This enables you to follow a path that is inspiring and true to who you are. These 3 practices are incredibly simple. Your results are directly correlated to making them a daily habit. as you retrain your mind unto what is true and what you will believe of yourself to be possible. Your self-confidence grows as you strengthen your resolve to continue being your best self and to believe that you can accomplish all that you set your mind towards. Think of the example of planting a vegetable or flower garden, or simply buying a potted plant from a nursery. Your job is now to care for and nurture what you want to grow. It's the exact same way with self-confidence. You are the only person that can grow your positive feelings and your belief in yourself. And the beauty of this is that it is possible to do so. Confidence is a person's belief that a chosen course of action is the right choice and that they can properly perform that action. As a personality trait, confidence is sometimes referred to as self-confidence. This term describes the attitudes and beliefs people hold regarding their abilities and strengths. How do you define confidence? What does it mean to you? To become more of something, you must first know what more will be. What are the ways in which you want to be more confident? It's much easier to think of yourself in positive ways when you are happy, when your mindset is positive. Wouldn't it also be helpful to know how to prime your mind, to organize your thinking and beliefs in a way in which you may feel positively about yourself, your life, and the world that you live in? So at some point during or at the end of this podcast, I'd love for you to make a few notes, deciding the ways in which you wish to be more confident. Then use the strategies here in these best practices to help mobilize yourself towards building a more confident you. As a personality trait and as belief in your ability to make the right choices for yourself and to be successful in your actions. For example, maybe you want to be more confident in your interactions with others and how you speak and carry a conversation. Or perhaps you want to be more confident in the way that you parent or in how you are at work with coworkers and your boss. Perhaps you want to be better at owning your successes and feeling greater confidence in your decision-making along a path that will be right and best for you. When you identify the areas in which you want to have more confidence, then you can begin towards this, taking the specific action steps that you need to accomplish this. Many people want to have greater self-confidence, but they haven't clearly defined the areas in which they want this. I've streamlined it into 3 most effective ways to build self-confidence. I'm going to share these here with you, together with the rationale for why these are so important. It's best if you can use these 3 most effective practices daily if you want to build your confidence quickly and for it to be a sustainable personality trait. To build confidence, we begin with perhaps the most simple and yet overlooked successful practices. The first practice of self-confidence is the importance of self-awareness or mindfulness of what you say to yourself, what you tell yourself you believe. Be far more attentive and discerning to your inner thoughts. This may prove to be shocking at times when you realize what you have been telling yourself that causes self-doubt, insecurity, and fear. Second, choose deliberately the words that you speak inwardly and aloud, and what images you hold in your mind. Begin to define the beliefs that you want to hold, regardless of whether you believe in them fully just yet. Confidence grows with encouragement and kindness. You must be willing to see your goodness and to acknowledge what makes you uniquely different, special, and talented. Sometimes this may be precisely what we have been teased or judged harshly for. How you are different from others is often a strength. And the third best practice is this. You can best develop your strengths and confidence by curating a list that highlights the ways in which you are capable, what you see as your positive traits and abilities, and how you are resilient. Remind yourself of this using phrases and key words that you repeat often. For example, I am innately wise. I am a talented, and then fill in the blank. Writer, musician, performer, artist, speaker. I have an important purpose in the world that I am living now. I am defining my success and living it fully. Your written list and how you remind yourself of your talents and abilities is how you retrain your mind to hold belief in yourself and to grow your confidence and worth. I am and I have statements reflect manifesting this in the here and now. They bring all of what you want into the present moment for you to witness each time that you reinforce this with your words spoken quietly and aloud. And I should also mention that you must have fun with this process. Your positive feelings of yourself will grow your confidence. These three practices also require your ongoing effort, as you are reteaching yourself how to think differently from what has likely been a well-ingrained habit of critical and negative self-talk over a lengthy time. It will be helpful if you can enjoy the process as you grow belief in yourself and as you nurture esteem and worth. And so here's some rationale behind these three practices. You grow confidence each time you acknowledge your greatness. Acknowledging your greatness is reminding yourself, remembering how incredible you are. We all have unique gifts and talents that simply need our attention and our willingness to use them to become even more skilled at them. I will also encourage you here, if you haven't already, to listen to Season 1, Episode 1 of this podcast, where I've focused entirely on what it means to live your greatness. The ideas and techniques I share in Episode 1 will support you and assist you in becoming more confident. All of us can benefit from developing our self-confidence. As a personality trait, self-confidence may be measured along a continuum. There is no limit to growing your confidence. Your confidence can at times be hindered by what happens in your life. How you navigate challenges and situations, as well as what choices you make, are all important means of nurturing and growing self-confidence. When you identify your unique talents and abilities, you reveal your greatness. What you believe to be your greatness defines you. As you appreciate your talents and innate skills, you hold greater value of yourself, and you feel pride and worth. It is your talents, abilities, and innate gifts, that is, what you are naturally good at and what comes easy to you, that light a path and that become purposeful and of meaning. This is how you may define your life's work, or what I call your life's purpose, which of course is unique and specific to you. Whatever you define your purpose in the world to be validates what you are capable of, your abilities and your inherent knowledge and wisdom, And this is what allows you to feel special, needed, and to know that you have an important place and role in the world. All of this perpetuates confidence and allows you to move with momentum towards all that you desire. All of these are moving parts of a greater whole. All of these hold a reciprocal effect. Each one supports and assists in building the cumulative whole that is you. I can't stress enough how you must make it a regular practice to acknowledge the positive aspects of yourself. This is how you feel encouraged and supported in who you already are. Acknowledging the positive relentlessly grows confidence and your belief in your abilities and in making the right decisions. There are no hidden secrets to growing confidence, just the mindful and regular attention that you give to what you tell yourself and what you are willing to believe. Remember that the words you speak inside your mind are going to determine how you feel and what choices you will make, including any inaction that comes from your lack of belief in yourself. Kind words and encouragement that become your daily mantra will result in positive feelings, behaviors, and the belief in your ability and worth. This encourages you to continue taking positive steps towards all that you desire, to believe endlessly in your potential and the having of what you want, and to never give up. Growing your confidence may at times require that you have metaphorical blinders so that you compare yourself to no one, unless you are using the positive examples of the success of others to incite possibility and belief for your own success. Otherwise, comparing yourself to others will not serve your highest good. In addition to this list of best practices, here are 2 bonus strategies and tips for increasing your positive feelings of yourself and becoming more confident. The first, similar to thinking about what you are grateful of, which helps immensely to change your mood state, to boost your positive feelings, and to feel encouraged. Write and keep an ongoing list of what allows you to feel good about yourself. This is a powerful way to grow self-confidence quickly. This is something that you can do daily, that you can practice deliberately to feel encouraged, and in moments when you need to be reminded of your immense ability for accomplishing all that you deem to be most important and set your mind to. I would suggest that you begin each day with a mental or written checklist that reflects positive words, encouragement, and kindness directed towards yourself. This is not a list about being perfect as based on some standard that may not be reasonable, but to uphold with loving kindness a way of speaking about yourself to yourself that becomes the most incredible and beautiful mantra of words and related images that you could ever imagine saying. During the day, notice moments when you are self-critical or loathing and stop. Replace these damaging words with words of kindness, encouragement, and love, because this is what grows confidence and belief. Eventually, you will look for and say only kind and loving words to yourself as statements that depict your true goodness and greatness. Greatness is not bound in ego, but rather it is the accomplishment of all of the good that is innately what you are. Start with what you find easy to say about yourself that is encouraging, supportive, and positive. Be sure that your list includes not only aspects relating to your physical attributes, but your intellectual abilities, character strengths, and the personality traits that you most appreciate. Because who you are is so much more than what you see with your eyes. If you are making this list in written form, you can also give it a title. Call it something that will inspire you. The first time you sit to do this, think of all of the smallest details and aspects of yourself that you may take for granted and that you don't often give yourself credit for. And here are some tips on this. You build confidence when you are honest and kind with yourself. To not compare yourself with others, to only see your goodness and greatness, as if you were speaking to yourself as a child, and you are helping your child self see and know all that is valuable, special, unique, and great about yourself as you are. Try to reflect on rather than gloss over details and aspects, because for you to acknowledge these helps you to build greater confidence and self-worth. Add to your list daily, and certainly whenever you wish to feel better, to feel confident and empowered. You can help to anchor these truths by also listing why you are what you are. Let yourself identify the qualities that remind you of your goodness and to know why you are these. Observe how this practice of finding the good, of acknowledging the good, grows your confidence unwavering, unrivaled. And a second bonus practice for becoming a more confident you: seek to know yourself and to live your truth. This means paying closer attention to what is right for you, of practicing moving in the direction of what makes you happiest. This is using happiness and joy as your inner GPS that guides you in your life towards those ideals and goals that are what inspire you. This is important, since the more we develop our knowledge of who we are, the more confident we are, exuding our presence, our self-knowledge, and in our accurate decision-making. Begin to speak aloud your truth. Practice being wholly honest with yourself and others about what you think and believe in and what is right and best for you. As you practice voicing your truth, it will reinforce that you know yourself best, and it will help you to be accountable to what is right for you. We all deserve and can have a high level of confidence. Confidence is not ego, but rather it is the positive feelings that come with believing in yourself and your abilities. Being self-encouraging and kind will empower you to try new experiences and to make changes of yourself and how you approach and live life that will support and grow your confidence. This happens as you acknowledge and remind yourself of your value, your worthiness, and that you are more than capable of whatever you choose to do. Self-esteem and self-confidence transcend every thought, every action, and all of how you feel. If you would like my help to build and redefine your confidence, please reach out to me. Your confidence is so valuable for what you believe is possible for yourself and your life. As a challenge, if you would like more practice in being a more confident version of yourself, you can make a pact to become the very best version of who you are, Set out to change one thing about yourself that you have been wanting to improve. Let yourself gather what information you need to make this change. Seek out what professional help, books, courses, and any other support that will allow you to be successful at this. The happier you are with who you are and how you are choosing to be, the more your confidence grows. Choose something to change that you feel inspired by. As you begin to make changes to one aspect of your life, you will likely notice other desired changes being easier to make. When we recognize aspects of our personality, our behaviors, or our thoughts and beliefs that are no longer serving who we want to be, and if we do not take the steps towards changing this, then we will continue to feel less confident in these areas. Make an effort to change, even if the change you want takes time. Doing so will be so rewarding, and it will boost your confidence in your ability to make other changes. Make it a priority to become the very best version of you, and to begin this now. And as a special offering of love, and something that will also help immensely each time you experience it, I invite you to enjoy the guided visualization that I've curated specifically for becoming more confident and for believing in yourself. It will help you visualize how you want to be now and to live as this, even whilst you are manifesting and growing your confidence. Thank you so much for joining me here, and I'd love for you to share your feedback and comments, to review the podcast, and consider joining the community by subscribing. New episodes are released every Sunday at 8 p.m., wherever you listen to podcasts. Please also have a look for the free downloadable content in this and every episode. These are gifts of love from me to you. Have a look for the link for the guided meditation here. And please visit the Wisdom Podcast page of my website to find each episode's free downloadable content. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode of the Wisdom Podcast. To hear more, please check out the other episodes here. And then join me at dorothyratusny.com, where you can share your questions and feedback from this or any episode with me, and where you'll also find the Wisdom blog, the inspiration for this podcast, the latest online courses that I teach, my YouTube videos, an extensive library of free guided meditations for you to experience and enjoy, plus other special offerings of love. Please also visit me on social media and say hello. Allow yourself to go within, to access your inner wisdom, and to live this. Awaken your authentic power, live your truth, and be love. This is Dorothy. Namaste.